Today we dive into the top trending open source GitHub projects. This week, part 1, and how they redefine speed, privacy, and smart integration. We'll look at Hyprnote, the local first AI notepad that keeps your meetings totally private. See how Pake turns any website into a desktop app that is nearly 20 times smaller than comparable Electron apps. We also introduce X402, the protocol bringing frictionless embedded programmatic payments to HTTPS. Plus meet Zola, the universal chat interface for all your AI models. Stay tuned for the step-by-step breakdown.
Welcome back to Manu AGI Tutorials. Here, we explore the exciting world of AI, latest AI tools for you, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on the latest AI insights. So let's start today's video.
Project number 1, Hyprnote Local First AI Notepad for Private Meetings. Hyprnote is not your average note-taking app. It's built to listen, understand, summarize, and protect your privacy all at once. What makes it truly unique is its local-first architecture. None of your audio or notes ever leave your device unless you explicitly choose to share. All processing, transcription, summarization, memory is done on your laptop or server, so your meetings stay private and secure. It's designed especially for people stuck in back-to-back meetings. You don't need to pause or switch context. Hyprnote transcribes live while you write, turning your rough memos into intelligent summaries that capture key points, action items, and context. It listens in real time, updating transcripts as the conversation flows, and later crafts polished write-ups that reflect the full discussion. Another major strength is flexibility. You can plug in your own language model if you prefer, or use community models like Whisper or HyperLM for offline work. Templates help shape your summaries. Bullet style, agenda style, or custom formats, so the output feels familiar and tailored. There's also an autonomy control option. The system can obey strictly what you wrote, or it can intelligently reframe and polish with broader context. Hyprnote also supports AI chat inside your notes. Ask it questions like what were the action items, or translate this to Spanish, and get responses directly within your meeting document. Integrations with calendar systems and note apps, like Obsidian, help it slot into your existing workflow naturally. To sum up, Hyprnote's uniqueness comes down to 3 things. It is private by default, local processing only. It works seamlessly during live meetings, listening, transcribing, summarizing in real time, and it gives you flexibility, custom models, templates, intelligent summarization control. That combination makes it a standout tool for anyone who wants smarter, more secure meeting notes without trusting their data to the cloud. Project number 2, Dayflow, your semantic timeline, automatically built from what you do on screen. Dayflow's uniqueness lies in how it transforms your raw screen activity into a meaningful, detailed timeline without you lifting a finger. Rather than just logging that you spent 3 hours in browser, Dayflow understands what you were doing. It discerns whether you were reading articles, debugging code, browsing Reddit, or writing docs. This semantic insight turns a messy log of app usage into a narrative of your workday. What makes Dayflow truly stand out is its privacy-respecting design. All analysis runs locally on your machine. There's no forced cloud upload, no account creation, no external servers involved. Your data stays on your system, secure and private. Plus, if you prefer, you can bring your own API key for higher quality models, but even that is optional, and set up so your data isn't used to train external systems. Another striking feature is how intelligently it works under constraints. It captures screen snapshots at 1 frame per second, 1 FPS, and then segments and analyzes them every 15 minutes. Rather than needing huge models or massive compute, it selects vision models that balance accuracy and efficiency, so it can run even on typical laptops without overwhelming the system. Because of that, Dayflow can continuously observe your workday and still remain lightweight, non-intrusive, and responsive. Unlike many pure time trackers, Dayflow gives you a semantic log, what you meant to do, not just which window was open. You see entries like reviewed PR comments, wrote blog outline, or read design spec, rather than vague labels. This gives you clarity on how your hours were used, making self-reflection or accountability far more actionable. In short, Dayflow is unique because it combines rich, human-readable insight with a privacy-first, fully local approach, all while staying efficient and continuous. It doesn't just tell you where your time went, it narrates what you actually did. Project number 3, GitHub Copilot CLI, your AI assistant inside the terminal. GitHub Copilot CLI brings AI power directly into the terminal, letting you work with a smart assistant without ever leaving your command line. What makes it unique is how it merges conversational AI with local file operations and GitHub context, all in one seamless interface. Instead of jumping back and forth between your editor, browser, or external tools, Copilot CLI listens to your human instructions and turns them into real actions, like editing files, fixing bugs, or generating new features right where you work. It can also interact with GitHub itself, list pull requests, open issues, or help with repository tasks, all from the command line. Because it understands both your code and GitHub context, it gives more meaningful, context-aware suggestions. Another standout is how it supports iterative workflows. You can ask Copilot CLI to gradually refine and evolve tasks, not just a one-time command. Say you want to add a user login or optimize this function. It talks back, suggests changes, and takes steps you approve. Because it's designed to stay local, it avoids context switching, keeping you in flow while letting AI support you where you code. Also, it's in public preview, which means it's evolving fast. New features and tighter integrations are expected. It's supported on Linux, macOS, and via WSL on Windows, making it accessible across your favorite dev environments. In short, GitHub Copilot CLI is unique because it brings an intelligent, context-aware AI assistant into your terminal, combining conversation, code edits, GitHub actions, and iteration all in one place. No mode switching, no browser hopping, just a more fluid way to build with AI. Project number 4. Pake. Turn any web page into a lightweight desktop app instantly. Pake is a tool that transforms a regular web page into a native desktop application using just one command. What makes it truly special is how it combines incredible compactness, speed, and simplicity, offering an experience far leaner than traditional app packaging solutions. First, Pake is extremely lightweight. A packaged app using Pake often ends up around 5 megabytes, which is nearly 20 times smaller than comparable Electron apps. That matters because smaller size means faster downloads, quicker launches, lower memory usage, and less overhead for end users. It doesn't feel like bloated software. It feels responsive and efficient by design. Second, Pake is built using Rust and Tauri, which gives it a performance edge over frameworks relying heavily on JavaScript. This choice also means that behind the scenes, the packaged apps are stable, secure, and optimized across platforms: macOS, Windows, Linux. It provides a native experience while preserving the simplicity of web development. Third, the one-command packaging model is a big differentiator. You don't need complex configuration files or deep technical setup. Just point Pake at a URL, define minimal parameters, name, icon, window size, etc., and you get a functioning desktop app. Even non-technical users can package their favorite web apps into desktop apps without friction. Pake also supports advanced UI features and customization like immersive windows, shortcut keys, drag and drop, style tweaks, ad removal, and more. These features let you polish the experience, make it feel like a true native app, instead of just a wrapped web page. What stands out most is how Pake bridges web plus desktop in a clean way. Bring your web app into the native environment without sacrificing performance or simplicity. Traditional solutions often force you to choose between speed or flexibility. Pake gives you both. It's a neat modern tool for turning websites into apps with minimal friction while preserving speed, aesthetics, and usability. Project number 5, X402, the Internet Native Payments Protocol, over HTTP. X402 shines because it reinvents how payments work on the internet, moving beyond credit cards, subscriptions, or complex flows, and makes tiny payments built right into HTTP requests. Instead of forcing users to log in, enter cards, or go through checkout flows, X402 turns the old 402 payment-required status code into a smart on-chain payment system. This project is unique in blending web simplicity with blockchain power. It lets clients request a resource, and if payment is needed, the server responds with a 402 plus instructions. The client then responds with a payment header. The server verifies it, settles on-chain, and delivers the content, all under the familiar HTTP structure. One standout strength is micropayments and usage-based billing. Say you run an API, a video site, or you serve AI model inferences. You can charge per call, per interaction, or per resource without forcing monthly subscriptions. No more high minimums, no more credit card fees for tiny transactions. Another unique aspect is how it supports machine-to-machine transactions, especially for AI agents. Agents themselves or apps can pay automatically for the resources they consume, no human in the loop. Its design is chain-agnostic and extensible. It doesn't tie you to one blockchain or token. You can grow support for new chains or payment schemes later, maintaining flexibility in how payments are made, Also, the facilitator model is significant. The protocol offloads verification and settlement to facilitators, so your servers don't have to become full blockchain nodes or manage all signatures themselves. That reduces complexity for providers. Lately, the X402 concept is gaining broader momentum. Coinbase and partners are forming an X402 Foundation to develop it as an open internet standard, boosting trust and adoption across the web. In short, X402 is special because it brings frictionless embedded programmatic payments to HTTP, enabling micropayments, agent-driven economics, and flexible monetization without reinventing the web stack. Project number 6, bounty.new, next-gen bounty platform that rewards contributors smartly. Bounty.new is unique because it reimagines how open-source rewards work rather than being just a listing site. It's a modern platform built to make issuing, claiming, and managing bounties seamless, transparent, and fair. Unlike traditional bounty platforms where rules are vague or payments are delayed, Bounty.new aims to streamline the entire bounty lifecycle so that contributors, maintainers, and sponsors can interact easily and with confidence. What sets Bounty.new apart is its built-in fairness and accountability. It doesn't just post tasks, it embeds mechanisms that protect contributors and sponsors alike. Clear criteria, audit trails, and dispute resolution. That means when you take on a task, you know exactly what's expected. When it's done, you know it will be judged fairly, and if there's a problem, there are checks to keep things honest. This gives both sides more trust than many older bounty systems allow. Another standout is modern usability. Many existing platforms feel dated, awkward, or stingy in how they present bounties. Bounty.new focuses on clarity, clean layouts, intuitive navigation, and easy filtering of tasks by category, tech stack, bounty size, or urgency. Contributors don't waste time sifting through unsuitable tasks, and maintainers find quality help faster. What also gives Bounty.new a unique edge is how it bridges monetization and community growth. Instead of being solely about fix issues for money, it encourages ongoing relationships between projects and contributors. Sponsorships, reputation systems, escalation paths. These features help contributors gain visibility, trust, and more opportunities, not just one-off payouts. In short, Bounty.new pushes the idea that bounty platforms should be more than marketplaces. They should be sustainable ecosystems of collaboration and reward. It makes bounty work professional, fair, and scalable. If you're a dev looking to earn or a project maintainer seeking quality help, Bounty.new promises a better, more transparent way to connect and to incentivize open-source contribution in a smart, future-proof way. Project number 7, Finicky, master your Mac's browsing workflow. Open links the way you want them. Finicky gives Mac users a surprisingly powerful level of control over how and where links open. Instead of every click always launching your default browser, Finicky lets you establish rules so that specific URLs open in different browsers or applications you choose. Want your social media links in Chrome, developer tools in Firefox, and everyday browsing in Safari? You can automate that behavior seamlessly. What makes Finicky stand out is its rule-based URL routing engine. You define conditions, matching domains, URL patterns, or even custom logic, and Finicky dynamically directs the link to the appropriate browser or app. That means you don't have to interrupt your flow or manually switch windows. It even supports rewriting URLs before they open, removing tracking parameters, enforcing HTTPS, or transforming the URL as needed. Another unique trait is that all of this flexibility lives inside a single app, acting as your default browser handler. Once Finicky is set as the system's link handler, it sits quietly in your background, intercepting each link click, applying your routing rules, and launching the right browser automatically. No switching apps, no extra prompts. In its latest version, it's refined to run with minimal footprint, running in the background and even allowing options to hide its icon from your menu bar. Finicky also gives you the freedom to mix and match browsers and apps in your routing logic. You can route a Slack link to open in a web Slack app, GitHub links in your dev browser, or read articles in a distraction-free reader. It supports complex logic through JavaScript or TypeScript matchers, meaning your routing rules can be as simple or advanced as you want. In essence, Finicky is unique because it turns the passive act of opening a link into a dynamic, context-aware tool, customizing browser behavior based on rules you set. It transforms how you navigate the web on macOS, making your browsing smarter, faster, and more personalized. Project number 8, Zola, open chat interface for all your models. Zola's unique strength lies in being a universal chat front-end that works across many AI models, making it super flexible and friendly to different workflows. It doesn't lock you into just one provider. It supports OpenAI, Mistral, Claude, Gemini, and even local models like Ollama. This means whether your AI lives in the cloud or on your own machine, Zola can reach it. That flexibility alone is a big differentiator. Another standout feature is Bring Your Own Key (BYOK) support. It lets you plug in your own API keys through Open Router, so even when using cloud models, you stay in control of your credentials and usage. Zola also offers file upload capability. Upload a document, PDF, or image, and the model can respond based on its content rather than just plain text prompts. That adds another dimension. You can talk with files. The interface is clean, responsive, and customizable with light dark themes and layout options. It also constantly seeks to improve. It's open source and self-hostable, which gives you complete freedom over deployment and updates. Zola is built on modern UI components, like Tailwind CSS, PromptKit, and ShadCNCA UI, to deliver polished, fluid user interactions. One more thing under development is full support for MCP, Model Context Protocol, which would integrate more advanced protocol interactions natively. All in all, Zola shines because it's not just a chat box, it's a model-agnostic interface with control, extensibility, and elegance. Whether you're experimenting with many backends or working with local models, Zola gives you one unified, beautiful window into all of them without locking you into one path. Project number 9, Perseus, Interactive Question Editor and Renderer for Learning. Perseus is remarkable because it powers the interactive exercises you see on Khan Academy, turning static questions into dynamic, responsive problems that learners can solve right in the browser. It doesn't just show a math or science question, it lets students input answers, manipulate elements, get immediate feedback, and see visual hints or steps. In effect, it transforms passive learning into active exploration. What makes Perseus stand out is how modular, flexible, and reusable its components are. It's structured as a mono repo that contains many parts, renders, input widgets, interactive tools, and grading logic, all working together under one framework. Because of that design, it can be extended, customized, and integrated into different learning environments without rewriting core features. Another unique strength is how it handles complex input types. For example, math expressions, graphs, and other interactive widgets are built with care so users can type, drag, or click to make their answers. When the system grades a response, it can also provide partial credit, hints, or detailed feedback depending on how close you were. That level of interactivity and guidance still feels natural, not forced. Perseus also emphasizes maintainability and collaboration. Even though it powers a massive educational platform, the architecture keeps components decoupled. Renderers don't know the full logical flow, they just know how to display and respond. Other parts handle grading, state, user context, and so on. Because of this separation, improvements or fixes in one module don't break everything else. In short, Perseus shines because it makes learning tools interactive, adaptive, and maintainable. It bridges the gap between content and hands-on learning, allowing creators to build rich, feedback-driven exercises without reinventing the wheel. Its modular structure, interactive capabilities, and focus on feedback and flexibility make it a standout engine behind modern, responsive educational content. Project number 10, System Prompts and Models of AI Tools, a comprehensive catalog of AI prompting and models. This project is unique because it serves as a giant reference library of system prompts, internal tool prompts, and model architectures used across many popular AI tools. Everything from Claude, Cursor, Devon AI, to Notion AI, Raplet, Perplexity, and more. Instead of each developer having to hunt through scattered docs, this repository aggregates hundreds of prompts, patterns, and model descriptions under one roof. What really stands out is how diverse and deep the collection is. You'll find prompt designs for agents, assistants, code tools, image models, conversation flows, and tool interaction logic. It's not just a surface list. It includes system instructions, custom prompt formats, internal functions, and models behind the scenes that power advanced behaviors. Another special thing about this resource is community and ongoing updates. It is constantly maintained, with new prompts and architectures added over time. You can see in its table of contents and folder structure that it covers dozens of AI tools, each with its own prompt ecosystem. It's not just a snapshot, it evolves as new models and prompting techniques emerge. Because all these prompts and model definitions are collected together, you can learn by comparison. See how the same task is asked differently, in Claude versus Cursor versus Replit, or how prompt design shifts for agents versus general assistants. It becomes a playground for prompt engineers and AI experimenters. In short, this repository is unique because it brings scale, variety, and organization to the fragmented world of AI prompts and tool models. It doesn't build a single agent or app. Instead, it empowers you by giving you access to the internal design wisdom across many tools. Use it to inspire better prompts, port ideas between systems, and stay ahead of the evolving prompt engineering landscape. That wraps up our look at these innovative projects. We explored how Dayflow transforms raw screen activity into a semantic timeline while preserving privacy with local analysis, and how GitHub Copilot CLI brings iterative, context-aware AI assistance directly into your terminal. Don't forget bounty.new, which establishes built-in fairness and accountability for open-source compensation. For Mac users, Finicky gives you powerful rule-based control over where links open. Lastly, discover Perseus, the engine behind Khan Academy's interactive learning exercises, and use the comprehensive System Prompts catalog to master prompt engineering across dozens of tools. These projects offer crucial flexibility and control. Pick your favorite, download the source, and start building smarter.